Mahoraga, or Jujutsu Kaisen 0 Rika. Can the Queen of Curses' monstrous cursed energy face off against the raw power and abilities of the Divine General? Today, let's find out, as I analyze why Mahoraga vs JJK 0 Rika isn't close. To truly understand how this fight plays out, we have to look past the superficial hype and analyze the underlying mechanics of how Gege Akutami constructed both of these entities. Let's look at the immediate technical problem in this matchup. The Sword of Extermination attached to Mahoraga's right forearm. This isn't just a standard physical blade. It is permanently enveloped in pure positive energy, acting as a literal anti-curse weapon. During the Shibuya incident, Ryomen Sukuna explicitly stated that if he had been a pure cursed spirit instead of a human vessel, Mahoraga's very first swing would have completely disintegrated him on the spot. Now apply that rule to Jujutsu Kaisen 0 Rika. Unlike the modern version of Rika, who acts as a Shikigami shell, the Volume 0 version is the original, authentic, vengeful cursed spirit. She is entirely composed of negative cursed energy. When positive energy makes contact with a pure curse, it doesn't cause a standard wound, it acts as a conceptual solvent that disrupts their molecular form, causing them to dissolve entirely. Because she is a pure curse, she has no access to reverse curse technique to regenerate from positive energy damage. Mechanically, her massive physical size just gives the blade a larger target to hit. Now, let's analyze Rika's main win condition, her sheer volume of power. In Volume 0, Suguru Geto labeled her the Queen of Curses because her pool of cursed energy was essentially boundless. Her ultimate attack, the Love Beam, was powerful enough to completely overpower Geto's maximum Uzumaki, which held over 4,000 concentrated curses. But against Mahoraga, high output becomes a massive liability due to the nature of his adaptation. Mahoraga's durability is high enough to survive full force slashes from Sukuna and tank a direct hit from Malevolent Shrine. The Love Beam is an immense wave of destructive force, but it is a single-layered, pure cursed energy blast. If it does not completely vaporize every single cell of Mahoraga in the first microsecond, the golden wheel above his head turns. Once that wheel clicks, Mahoraga adapts to pure cursed energy output. From that exact moment on, every single physical strike or energy blast Rika throws becomes completely neutralized. Now, hardcore Yuta and Rika fans will try to counter this by bringing up the ultimate feat from Volume 0, the life-threatening binding vow. To defeat Geto, Yuta promised his own soul to Rika, completely overloading her curse limits and unlocking a level of power that literally broke the standard rules of Jujutsu output. But mechanically, even a Binding Vow boosted Love Beam fails against Mahoraga, and here is why. Adaptation in Jujutsu Kaisen is not just a binary on and off switch, it is a continuous process. As Sukuna noted, if Mahoraga is exposed to a technique, he begins adapting instantly, before the wheel even completes a full spin. Rika's Love Beam requires a charge-up time. The moment that negative energy begins to emit and make contact, Mahoraga's adaptation engine is already working on the solution. Unless the initial millisecond of that beam holds enough conceptual erasure to bypass his baseline durability, which survived a literal domain expansion, Mahoraga will simply tank the blast, turn the wheel, and make himself entirely immune to the strongest attack she possesses. The final factor is the structural limitation of Volume 0 Rika. She is not a standalone fighter. She is entirely anchored to Yuta Okotsu's emotions and his tactical capability at the time. In Volume 0, Yuta was entirely inexperienced, lacking the high-level tactical genius, advanced hand-to-hand combat, and barrier mastery he displays later in the series. Mahoraga, on the other hand, is an entirely autonomous engine of destruction. He operates with zero emotional hesitation and has no human anchor that needs to be protected. If a fight breaks out, Mahoraga does not just target the curse, he targets the source. Without his later mastery of swift defensive techniques, the inexperienced Volume 0 Yuta becomes an immediate vulnerability. The moment Mahoraga bypasses Rika's defense using the Sword of Extermination, the connection is severed. When you strip away the hype and look at the hard data, the conclusion is clear. Rika is a force of pure, unmatched power, but Mahoraga is a direct, mechanical, hard counter to her entire biology. And that is why this matchup ultimately isn't close. The Divine General takes the win. Drop a comment below and tell me how you think Rika could handle a blade of pure positive energy, because the math says she can't. Hit that subscribe button to join the domain, and I'll see you guys in the next video.